Welcome to Rizvi's e-learning channel.
Good day students, today we are going to start a new topic, that is unit through environmental scanning. There are two factors of environmental scanning. One is the internal and the second one is the external one. When we talk about the internal one, it is within the organization, within the boundaries of an organization, and it is related to the organization itself. It doesn't involve any other factor which is not bound to the organization or not be affected by our external environment. It is purely and purely the internal factor which is going on. That is what the environmental strategy is. The environmental strategies are adopted by the functional manager, the departmental heads, and every other factors who are in the process of decision making and execution of a plan. It can be a HR1, marketing, operation, planning, inventory management, IT department. So the identification of the problem and rectification of a problem or a strategic implementation is done by the internal environment scanning. Whenever we plan to go expand ourselves and go a bigger one, environmental scanning is important, because when we say environmental scanning is test our capabilities, capacity, what is the maximum we can give it out at a whole. Internals means also that it is the process of enhancing a workforce. Whenever there's a changes in environmental or technological aspect, the factor is that the laborers or the employers need to get things in a systematic way, enhance their knowledge, give them proper training, have a quality uh, spending of time there. That is also a part of a internal scanning. That some department nowadays are hiring the psychological department also. They want to make their laborers or a workforce mentally fit also. If they are stressed out, they have some problem regarding it. That will affect their workforce also, their working process also, and that will be directly affected to the organization. So each and every factor is considered in our organization. That is what we call the internal environment. External environment can be with the competitors or the rival products, rival manufacturer or the rivalry segment, whatever we say. Second will be the national environment level, where the government passes a rule and says that you have to print a lung photo that causes cancer on a smoking pack. So that is also important, because it will help to awareness campaign for the smokers that it is an ill effect of what over smoking. So environmental scanner depends upon the national level policies also. If the national level policies tries to say implement something, that is directly affected to our organization also. A second example is that whatever we are second company is employed, is in the form, is in the competition with our rivalry products. They will invent something new. For instance, nowadays, we are Nestle in India. The famous product is Maggi masala. Another competitor nowadays is coming is called ramen. It's a Japanese noodles full of vegetables, meats, and everything. The competition rivalry is going among themselves. They need product development. Is Maggi is also in the product development of process that he is going to manufacture ramens in India market, sell it or manufacture it also here. But nowadays the product price is about 800 to 1200, 1500. It's a niche segment now. Whenever we say niche segment means the prices are high, only selected people will go to it. When the Trend is there. When one or more manufacturers are producing the same raimens here, then obviously the prices will come down. The quality and everything aspects are at the mercy of a competitors and a manufacturer. That is another factor that we don't discuss it right now here. But bringing top ramens in India is a big challenge. It's a full bowl. It's about 250 grams plus of noodles here with lots of vegetables, dehydrated vegetables, meats also, masala, flavors and everything. It's a nugget segment. But Maggie has seen the opportunity that Raymond's is catching up the pace in India. So they are product developing a product, Nestle Maggie Raymond's. The problem with that is the most of the category Indian population is vegetarian, and the top Raymond's there in abroad or in specifically say Japan, they are mostly the fruits type in food, fish one, meat one, each and so the challenge is here. So some segment are prefer veg and some prefer non-veg. So that is a international scanning factor which affects our national environment also. Whenever we say about sushi, obviously it's Japan one. Whenever we say mozzarella cheese, our minds directly strike out to Swiss cheese. As our country, our organization, and even we are affected by the external environment. We demand things that is not manufactured in our country, but it is imported. Nowadays, previously for the iPhone 14, it was manufactured in Japan or Mexico. Nowadays, the 15 is being manufactured in India. So this is the internal and external environment that created the Apple company to establish their product manufacturing plant in India. It has a number of things to be gone through. They have examined the external factor, what is the consumer needs, what is the demand, if it is made in India, how good the prices will go for it, how the production will affect it. It is they can compare it from the manufacturing of China or Mexico. Obviously, if China is closer to us, they will obviously go for a Chinese product. So this is the number of factors. What is the value of manufacturing location? What's the capital required? What will the government help given to us? What's the consumer reaction if it is made in India? So this is the external environments that really need to be scanned at a whole, and this is the two factors we obviously look for. If we are not capable of doing it, so we will arrange it. We will get some loan, some amount. So that's the building capacity building we can say for internal environment, and external is how operative we are for going through it and putting it on a practical board. So we will be starting the next lecture on pestle tomorrow itself, and we have covered some part of internal and external environment which we'll be discussing out throughout the chapter 2 unit 2 and 3. Hope you understood my lecture, and we will meet you tomorrow. Bye, take care.